Well, good evening, all my little fluffs. Mewtwo of the night, and, well, this is just going to be a little talker video. Some stuff that happened today, and, well, technically the last 3 days. And I thought I'd mention it. Now, before we do anything crazy, I'm just going to tilt back a tiny bit. Feel like I'm... That's better. Please don't forget both my Patreon link and my Ko-fi link in the description box below, both of which are good ways to help support me and my channel and help me make better videos for you, my fluffy public. Now, I'm kind of bending one of my rules. I don't as much like talking about work, though. The last couple of thoughts videos, or story time, or whatever you call this one, I never really got a qualifier for my State of the Fluff videos. I just file them under story time. I talked about work in some more vague stances, such as hours and stuff like that. Today, actually had something good, like genuinely good happened to me that made me feel good at work. Now, first, we have to go back 2 days. I'm not directly involved in this phase. My boss was in a meeting with his boss's boss's boss, like several bosses up in a meeting, and they were asking for training material for some stuff that my team is more effectively involved in than a lot of other teams. And my boss volunteered to get someone to work on said training material. Now, in the last couple of years, for some reason, my boss actually had come to me a couple of times because he felt I explained things very well. And I was good at putting stuff out in a way that other people understood it. So he asked me again to make a piece of training material for much of the company. And he asked me on Tuesday in our one-on-one meetings. These are never bad. Usually it's just he's coming to me if he has something interesting he wants me to work on, or he's just asking if I have questions. I haven't had any complaining things going on one-on-one for like 5 years, so we don't really have a problem with that. The one-on-one is mostly just actually a chance to talk to my boss. So he asked me if I'll work on this training thing. It's well into my day. I only have like 2 hours left of my day at the time he mentions it. And he's like, look up these other old videos that were about this, get some information, see what you need to work on, and then produce something. So in the last couple hours of the day, I still got other stuff to work on. The world does not stop just because I get a request from my boss. But I do get the time to look up some of the documentation of stuff that has been about these topics. And I'm like, oh, wow. This has all been garbage. This doesn't explain anything. So this morning, I wake up to an email saying, Caddy, yes, my boss actually called me Caddy. As soon as you get in, talk to me. I have some more information about this. So I talked to him. He's like, okay, I didn't give you any kind of priority level on this yesterday. I'll give you a priority level now on this. No other work on this project. It's from high up. Okay. All right. Here's some new documentation. These people all know your name is involved in this, so any of these people might message you today with questions. I'm like, oh, good. Oh, a lot of high management knows my name, and they might ask me questions. This starts to get scary. But fortunately, only one of them messaged me, period, and she simply offered assistance. But I was left with this task. And I like to teach. I know this may seem odd, but I actually do like passing on knowledge. Even if it's not necessarily something I'm really the most knowledgeable about, I like trying to convey stuff and pass it on to other people. that started way back in, I was in high school and I had a job tutoring homeschool students in math and science because their parents were not up to the level of where the education was at this point. So I've been enjoying teaching since forever ago. And here I'm asked to create documentation for adults who are already in my job and the sections below me so that they will better understand some processes and some things that happen. Again, not getting into the details of what's going on in this thing that I made training for. But it's a thing that I actually, my my direct group has a big impact on. So I happily jumped on it. I had a lot of knowledge of it, and not only did I look at what they had and what the other person was thinking was an answer to the question, I was like, this doesn't answer the question. Um, Simple comparison. It's like someone put out a document saying this is a car, and then things about a car. And cars have wheels and they have doors and they cars and they go. When what was asked was, how do you change the starter motor? I I don't work in a car related position. I definitely not car related. So I, instead of making these are what cars are and they have starter motors, I made uh, a presentation, training material for what was asked, how to identify the problems, how to solve them better, and a way that would actually directly educate the mostly the frontline agents, as well as the people that are upwards at my level, whether or not they're in my direct department. So I made this way too big. I went into all sorts of detail, and my boss was like, "Oh, you made it really big and detailed?" Yeah, I'm sorry. I got in the flow. He's like, "Cool, split into two trainings." And I was like, "Oh my God, there's a perfect spot in the dead center of this where it goes." It literally was exactly halfway through the presentation where I could split it in two. I'm like, "You got it." So I turned this one concept presentation into two presentations um, of training. And then I sent up to my boss and I mentioned, all right, this stuff you gave me, these materials, one set of materials they gave me was actually useful. I put that into the second half. Um, it was from some other group that was also trying to work on this project. One set of them, the one that was like, this is a car, it has wheels and it has doors. I said, it's good, it's well balanced, educational. I don't see it as a bad thing, but it wasn't part of the question I was asked. It wasn't part of what I was asked to help with. But I say just go ahead and upload that as another additional small weekly training. And so I didn't down on the other person's work. I gave in mine, turned it into him and his direct boss. I got to email it to those two people. And then I get CC'd on the email and I see my name is listed as who did the thing. And it not only goes to my boss who'd already had it, but his boss's boss, and all the way up to a vice president was involved in this email. My name, for doing a thing, made it up like 6 levels of people above me to a vice president. In my line of work, the vice presidents don't even see my boss or boss's level as a people normally. Generally, they're a number. And my name just got handed to a vice president as a person that just did something. That's both scary and awesome because, to be honest, I think I did a good job. It's not the first training material I've made at work. I'm not in the training department. I was for a little bit, and then I got traded off because that's how the world works. Um, but I definitely showed that I got the chops. I showed I knew how to make something make sense. I made it educational for skilled adults to not feel like I'm patronizing them, uh, but to actually give them useful information, to show them some stuff and let them know how to learn this stuff and how to utilize their tools and how to do a better job at their job. So yeah, I feel like I showed my stuff today and I got noticed. Senpai noticed me. So I just feel real special right now. I feel good about that. I've for a while I've mostly felt like I just do my job and I'm a thing. But I never really felt like anyone notices me or I know I do a good job. I know I'm important. But I knew I was kind of like hiding out. Um, but yeah, this felt good. It felt good to be noticed, and to feel like I did something legit important today. Uh, I spent my whole day almost working on it, so it actually made it an easier day in some ways. But it was kind of a harder day because I've spent it mostly just straight up sitting at my desk typing and getting screenshots and making this training material. So it's kind of cool, and I feel really good. Still the first week in this new schedule, and I had two pretty good days, and then this day, which was I feel special. So I even offered up two more training videos that I was willing to volunteer the idea that I would work on them just because I thought they'd be a good idea. And my boss was like, get to work on that. I'm like, cool. I found my niche. I found what I need to be. I just need to find problems to write up about. So yeah, uh, just feeling really good, feeling happy with all the weird stuff that's gone on in my job over the last year and will be happening over the next year. It's going to be an interesting next summer. Let me just put that right there. But I feel good. I feel useful. I feel special. I feel recognized. And it's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, bonus little story time video for today. Did you do anything fun at work? Anything good happen to you? Let me know in the comments. I don't mind hearing. But for now, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little dingly bell. Hit the little dingly bell. Let you know when I post new videos. Who knows? Could be Mewtwo or anything in pink fluff. And it could be any of my critters. Could be a thoughts video like our story timey type video like this, or a full suit video. Well, I usually put those out once a day, and these I put out whenever I make them. So, eh, I'm gonna try and keep doing more talking videos, whether I have something important to say or not. So, I hope to put more of this stuff up. Anyway, yeah. Uh, Please don't forget both my Patreon link and my Ko-fi link in the description box below, both of which are good ways to help support me and my channel and help me make better videos for you, my fluffy public. For just $1 donation, you have the option of picking a fursuit and an outfit I wear for a video. Um, as long as it's possible to be worn, I will do it. Worst case scenario, it has to happen on a weekend, and because I need assistance getting in or out of something. Um, but if it's not possible, obviously I'll let you know and say that doesn't actually fit on that character physically. I don't care if it, fits nicely, like looks right. If it fits on them physically, I'll wear it for you. Like, oh no, Caddy would never be caught in blue or something. I'll wear whatever. Put on that thing. You got it. Anyway, I'm gonna head on off. Heat up my Foxy's dinner since he'll be off work soon. For now, thank you for spending time with this Pokemon. Listen to me ramble on. Look forward to seeing you again real soon. But for now, stay positive. Good stuff still happens in the world. Not a lot, but good stuff.